Hello and welcome to the Banker's Tech Talk video series, now in its 5th year of tracking fintech developments. You can see all the videos on thebanker.com/techtalks. I'm Joao Macknight, Managing Editor at The Banker, and this week my guest is Joao Martins, Chief Technology Officer at Yapily, which provides an open banking-based application programming interface platform to connect to banks. Joao, thanks so much for joining me today.
It is a pleasure.
So you talk about democratizing technology innovation. What do you mean by that?
So the open banking is allowing companies and consumers to take ownership of their data. So this will allow businesses and new industries to start giving the benefit of that data to the end users. And Yapily provides a technology that facilitates that connectivity to open banking. So we just make flourishing the industry or the fintechs, even the banks themselves, to benefit from open banking.
So open banking has been live in the UK now for about 2 years. How far have the banks come in that journey?
So since the beginning of the open banking 2 years ago, the APIs were not ready. And there was not clear visibility from the outside how that performance and availability of the APIs were. And since then, we've seen a huge transformation already. Most of the banks in the UK already have APIs, working APIs. There are already products operating with industry, and users are already consumers, businesses already benefiting from the open banking.
So obviously, the readiness of the APIs is one challenge. Were there other challenges that the banks have been facing, and how does Yapily actually help them overcome those challenges?
Developing the APIs, it's a new industry for the banks. They don't know as well the technology. It is something completely new that they had to not only comply, but potentially benefit from it. And the performance of the APIs were not up to the standards where the fintechs would expect. And availability, the tooling as well, and Yapily participated on that transformation of the banks on building tools like the monitoring tools, where we share that information to consumers, we share to our customers, we share to the regulators, even to the banks, for them to leverage for that visibility from the outside world and build better technologies.
Okay, but how do you think the banks can really win in this new open banking world?
Open banking, we see that more as open finance, and that's where we see that the banks can flourish with this open world of data. They not only need to look at them as being only banks, but as well allowing their consumers to connect to their pensions, mortgages, the other aspects of the finance world. So this is also an opportunity for banks to partner with other fintechs to create partnership programs or developments where they can definitely leverage from and benefit from that new industry.
Okay, and obviously open banking live in the UK, but it's actually being rolled out across many jurisdictions across the world. What kind of impact do you think this is going to have on financial services?
It's going to be huge. We've seen already more than 50 countries adopting open banking, or at least at some stages of that evolution appearing. Other countries are even more ambitious. They are doing already the open finance, but that is definitely going to be a new industry for not only fintechs, but the entire economy that is going to change. We've seen that, especially on the payments, that can be definitely a huge transformation. And the last few years, there was a lot of innovations happening, and open banking is the one that is giving the consumers and businesses the power to leverage from their data.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your insights, Joao.
Thank you very much.